Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and if you don't know who I am, my name is Ashley. Although I celebrate this in my household every day, I just want to let you know it is February and it is Black History Month, and today I just want to give a shout out to my nails, celebrating the Black Betty Boop. I never mentioned it, but my nails, these designs that I get, these are gel nails. So it's not the acrylic with the gel over it. This is actually coming from gel liquid, and it gets hardened in the UV lights. And you know, these are like these are my nails. This is the length of my nails, and the gel just makes them stronger. This is not another video about nails, as you can probably see at the title of this video. What I'm going to talk about is pursuing your passion. As I talk about this, and in any other video that I do, please know that I do not operate from a script. I pour from my heart. So right now my heart is on my sleeve. You're looking into my eyes. You're hearing the most natural, the most organic thing that you're gonna get from me. In this moment, I am speaking to you from my soul. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. I realized that sounded really extreme. I just was trying to let you know, like, everything you're getting. Yeah, all right, let's get into it. There are many different perceptions and ideas when it comes to passion. So first and foremost, let me explain to you what I mean when I talk about chase your passion, pursue your passion. Going after your passion to me means that one idea, that one thought that encourages you in your heart. It's not coming from any external factors. This is more internal. It can easily be a hobby that you like to do, or a career that you hope to reach in the future, or even something that you're doing now. But it's something that encourages you, that you enjoy doing, and you do it well, or you're planning on doing it well. For example, one of my passions include playing the piano. I love to play the piano. I grew up playing the piano. Although it has been years since I was able to fully dive into that, I can jump on the piano at any time. And once I start playing, I feel like I'm going to another realm, if that makes sense. Basically, whatever you're doing, whatever that one passion is, and we have many passions. Most people have many passions, but whatever that one passion is, it takes you to another realm. It takes you somewhere that you never get to unless you're doing something, that specific behavior, that specific talent, whatever it is. When you're doing it, you're out of this world. Like in the movie Soul, when they're like, you go to another dimension, I believe it was, you get in the zone. There we go. Whatever gets you in that zone, that should be your passion. And if you don't know what your passion is, it's just a matter of figuring out what can you not live without, if that makes sense. So for example, the question that I asked myself that helped me to find my passion was, if I had all the money in the world and I did not have to worry about anything, and I could do whatever I want, what would I do? And for me, some of the things that came up was play the piano, make music, travel the world and encourage people, etc., etc. There were many things that came up on that list, and then it was just a matter of me sorting through them and really finding what I wanted to do with my life. And I can probably make a video on that if you know if people are interested in that. I can probably make a video on, you know, deciding your career path or how to sort through your passions. But you know, it's just let me know about that. Just let me know about that. But once you know what that passion is, go for it, pursue it, even if it's something that's never been done before. You had that idea, you have that flame for a reason, and it's not to let it die out. There is a power that gets released when we pursue our passion. Believe it or not, we actually change the world when we pursue our passions. And you've probably heard this before, but I am more than happy to explain to you, to show you how you actually affect the universe when you go after your passions. Some people don't go after their passions, but they make a change. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about you chasing your passion, chasing your dream, and making ish happen. Like I say in a lot of my videos, when I'm talking in these videos, I have my heart on my sleeves. I said that not too long ago, and it is what it is. So in my last video, I talked about how, you know, I was going through some things personally, and you know, I had some realizations. Now, with those realizations, I realized that those emotions that I was having, I did not have to go through them alone. And I did talk about that in my last video. But I went through that I went through one specific night where it was like really hard on me, and I didn't feel comfortable reaching out to certain people because it was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, right? But when I recovered that evening, when I had my breakthrough that early morning, I had to realize that yes, I had this breakthrough, but I needed to act and, you know, make sure that I correct that experience. Like, I'm not going to keep going through this, you know, like this is not something I plan on going through again. So what can I do to prevent this from happening? So in short, me realizing that, okay, I need to make a change. I need to do what I need to do to make it do what it does. I ended up reaching out. You know, I found this group of women that were more than willing to be vulnerable and grow. And I was able to get myself involved in that group and meet some amazing people. And, you know, we are interacting, we're getting to know each other, and we're growing, which is something that I really wanted. I wanted that sense of community with people that weren't going to like stuff their beliefs down my throat, right? So I was able to find this group of women and do what needs to be done to get to where I want to be. However, how did that group of women form? It took one woman to find her passion and decide, I can't just keep this for myself. I need to share this with other women. It took her acknowledging her passion, deciding she was going to pursue it, and actually pursuing it to lead the group of women together. So with that one woman pursuing her passion, she didn't know what was going to happen. All she knows is this is something that she enjoys to do, and she was going to push it for what it was worth. So she pursued her passion, and she also created a group for women that could get together and share their stories that could relate to one another. And with these women, each in different journeys of their life, they're able to get together, they're able to interact, to relate with one another and grow. That's just one of many examples. Another person that I can think of is Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, if you are familiar with his story, even if you're not, he chose to leave his job and pursue comedy full time as soon as he realized that comedy was his passion. So he starts doing comedy, but he didn't start out where he wanted to be. He ended up living in his car for years until he finally became one of the original kings of comedy and, started having all these shows and everything. But I remember listening a few months back, and he was talking about how he had a barber, and he knew that the barber loved his job. So Steve Harvey's passion was comedy, and his barber's passion was cutting hair. So before he became famous, Steve Harvey was paying his barber, I believe, like $5, $25 to cut his hair. And when he finally made it, when he finally became the celebrity that we all know and love, his barber still cut his hair to this day. But what he did was he would pay for airfare. He would pay for hotels. He would pay for food for this barber to meet him where he was at to cut his hair. And if he was paying like $25 for a haircut, he started paying his barber $2,500 for that haircut, in addition to him paying for everything else for that barber to meet him there. And in turn, while he's pursuing his dream, his passion of being a comedian, and he's sharing the fruits of his labor with his barber, who I want to use in this example. His barber in turn opened up his own shop and started creating opportunities for other people that wanted to pursue their passion. And that's just another example that I can think of. We have Oprah, another strong Black figure. Her passion was talking to people. Her passion was, she wanted to be in the talk show industry. I think that's the industry. I don't know. But that's what she wanted to do. And if we fast forward to now, every time somebody thinks about Oprah, you hear, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. And that's just another example. If I haven't persuaded you yet, I have one more example for you, and this one hits a nerve for me every time I think about it. We all know him and love him. His name is Chadwick Boseman, and unfortunately, he left this earth last year. But every time I think about his story, it gets me teary-eyed. It gets me it encourages me, like a bittersweet encouragement. We can obviously tell that his passion was acting. His passion was acting. And you can see it through every role that he has played. Every movie that I've ever seen from him, I was just like, oh my gosh, what? Every movie that he played in that I've seen, I was just in awe. And I haven't even seen all his movies. I plan on doing it one day, but it's just a matter of getting myself there. But and I've seen a few movies of his, and every movie that he's been in, the characters that he played, they were of such significance. Now, I haven't seen the ones of him Jackie Robinson or James Brown. I haven't seen those yet. I'm trying to get there. But I'm thinking of the movie I've seen Message from the King from him, and other movies like that. The characters that he played, they probably didn't even seem that major, but the way that he portrayed them, it was, oh my gosh. Y'all, when I say I wear my heart on my sleeve in these videos, I do. But I'm going to get through it. When you see his acting in these movies, you can't help but feel some type of empowerment. A few years ago, he's well known for Black Panther. Do you see how everybody came out for that movie? When we found out about Black Panther, we went crazy. I'm not one to really go to movies, but when I heard about Black Panther, I was like, oh yeah, I want to go to the movies. I want to watch this movie. I'm saying black people, but as a whole, like the world shook when they heard about Black Panther, and then like he became the legit black superhero. He was going around encouraging people, like, you know, you're stronger than what they make you seem. You're stronger than what you think you are. You are super strong, and you know, like that movie alone encouraged me so much that like if it wasn't for that movie, and you might think I'm exaggerating, but I'm so serious. If it was not for that movie, I probably wouldn't be here right now. Probably would have still been hiding in the corner with my tail tucked between my legs, just, you know, like, oh, I'll get there one day. He encouraged us with that movie and many others while he was going through treatments and surgeries, and those are trying on the body, they're trying mentally, but he pursued his passion to the very end, making movies to encourage people because that was his passion. And I'm just thinking about the impact that he had on me alone. I know I'm not the only one. I know that I'm not the only one. I remember hearing about Anthony Mackie. Like he could even watch Ma Rainey's that movie that came out on Netflix a few weeks back because of the impact that Chadwick had on his life. And you know that I know I felt that way, but hearing that, you know, somebody like Andrew, sorry, hearing that somebody like Anthony Mackie is feeling that same way lets me know that, you know, that pursuing your passion, it has that much of an impact on people. So I mentioned Chadwick Boseman, I mentioned Oprah, I mentioned Steve Harvey, but I'm sure that you can think of many other people who, because they had such a drive to pursue their passions, they were able to create a change. They were able to create opportunities for other people and start this cycle or continue this cycle that is leading to an improved world, that is leading to a higher sense of self and happiness and joy and peace. And when I think of those stories, it makes me kind of come back down to where I am. Yes, I am an ordinary person, but there's a fire in me that's driving me every single day. And if I choose to acknowledge it, to sort through it and decide what I'm planning on, or to at least acknowledge it. Let me say that. If I choose to acknowledge it and pursue that feeling, there is no limit to the change that I can make. And I'm speaking for myself, but this applies to everybody. If you take the time, or you already know your passion, but if you decide to take it and run with it, there is no limit to what you can do. There is no limit on the change that you can make, that you want to see in this world. So with everything that I've said in this video, just remember that you have that fire in you for a reason. And the moment you decide that, hey, I'm going for this. I don't care what anybody says. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm going for. The moment you decide that you're going for it, you're already making a change, even if you don't see it physically. Just believe and watch. Just watch what happens. Just watch how everything changes. Of course, you have to put in the work. You have to decide, I'm going to pursue this. I'm going to chase this and start working towards it. But when you do that, you already released that energy needed to start working in your favor. Regardless of what you may see, regardless of what's happening, you are. And that generation that's already here, and the next one that's already coming, they're just waiting for you. They're just waiting to stop being the walking dead and become alive because of the passion that you're going to release into this world, because you have that much power. So welcome to the other side. Welcome to life pursuing your passion and living your dream and living your best life. I'm proud of you. If you choose to take that step, if you are acknowledging that passion, regardless of what people are saying around you, if you're choosing your passion, I'm proud of you. And I hope to meet you one day, and I hope to congratulate you on your decision and the changes that you make. But until then, guys, have a great day. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.